Welcome in all my friends to Sparkle Haven at Crystal Cove Community Village. My name is Lazy Retired Granny and I'll be your hostess for about the next hour while we lay down some drills and gab, see what you guys have been up to. Today is Friday, the 25th of April, 2025. And do you know what that means? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Ethan. Happy birthday to you and many more. Yeah, we finally got a birthday. Woohoo! Yay! Happy birthday, Ethan. So, like I said, today is the 25th of April, 2025. The time is 8:26 a.m. here in cloudy and a little cool Salem, Oregon. And beside me, I have my hot caffeinated breakfast blend coffee with French vanilla creamer. And underneath the wax lamp, we have vanilla cotton. Oh my, I need to get a little organized here. There we go. Okay. And let's see what else. Today I am laying down drills on Nicky Boehme, Victorian Christmas Village. This is a custom canvas that I received as a gift from Julie S. It is a 100 by 70 centimeters. This canvas is no longer available. And so she got me this custom of it. Yeah. So I should show you. I did complete this here. I'm over in this part now. Here's the actual thumbnail of the one I am doing. Yeah, let me show you. Yep, I completed that square there. Now, my goal, and you know how my goals are, is to complete this square today because we're coming up to my weekend retreat, which is Ormond, the pink horse, which I need to complete this weekend. Because starting May 1st, we are moving on to the glow in the dark canvas. And let me just check real quick and see where we are at in the poll. This is going to tell us what we're doing today. So let me check. Okay, because the poll is, do you want me just to do a kit up of the glow in the dark video, or do you prefer to have a live today at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time here in Salem, Oregon? So let's get the reveal and see what the post says. And the winner is alive today, April 25th at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So the live was 79%, 21% was the kit up video. Alrighty, so now we need to, how do I close down that video? I don't know how to do that. Let's see. All right, well, I'll do an update. Okay, so let's just put that in here. Okay, and the winner of the poll is live at 5:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the glow-in-the-dark weekend retreat canvas. Let's see. Kidda. All right. I think I got it. All right, and I'll post that right now. Yeah, I don't know how to the only options it gives me here is delete. I don't really want to delete it in case you guys want to see it. There were 29 votes. So oh, manage, customize, more. All right, let's do manage. See what it says, shall we? All right. Posts. Here it is. Okay, so all right, let's do details. Well, I have no idea how to do it. But I guess, you know, put 2 and 2 together and you will guess. Yeah, it won't let me that's weird. All right, well, I guess you can figure it out. All right, so there you have it. All right, so we'll be doing a live at 5:00 my time. All right, so that's done and dusted. All right, so what am I doing here? Oh boy. Get some wax on my pen. Okay, what am I doing? 36, which is the squigglies. So, okay, so yesterday, oh my gosh, last night, I was watching a TV show on BritBox, which I think I've seen before, but I don't remember, but I was kind of scrolling through what they have and came across this show. And don't ask me the name of it, I can't remember offhand. But anyway, I could look it up and tell you. But anyway, just to get on with the story, when I watch TV, I knit, and Ellie cuddles me. So I got at the end of the row, and it's really weird. Okay, let me go back a minute. So I'm knitting, and in my brain, I thought, oh, I hope my needles don't break. The end of them, not the needles, but end of them. And don't ask me why this happens to me quite a bit. That something will pop into my brain and then it happens. But I got to the end of the row and my needles broke. Now, unfortunately, the end that broke was the end that I was going to start the next row on, and when it breaks like that, it's a disaster. I mean, not as much, at least. The good news is it did not break while I was in the middle of the row, because that really would have been a disaster. That has happened to me before. That is an absolute nightmare. Has that ever happened to you before? Oh my goodness. But anyway, at least I was done with the row. But I did have to get out some new knitting needles. And luckily I have quite a few knitting needles. But anyway, so because it was at the beginning of the row, what I had to do is take off the 192 stitches, or 190 something, but I had to transfer those at the end of the row, transfer those onto the new knitting needles, which was good because at least I didn't have to have a big disaster. But anyway, so I sat there and did that. And these new knitting needles are not my favorite, but that's okay. So I may have to look for some new knitting needles that I like. And what I have found, I like the sharper tips, and I like the wooden ones. Those are my favorites. I don't like the steel slippery ones, but I'm hoping with this yarn that these needles will be okay. But anyway, I got that done, and then I was tired, so I went to bed. So, yeah. I haven't checked out the yarn with these needles yet, so, yeah. That's what I got to do last night. And I went to bed about, I don't know, 9-ish or so, maybe 10. I don't know. I can't remember. And then I slept in till about, I don't know, it was about 5:15 or so. Yeah, this new schedule of mine, I am not used to. And so I'm kind of behind schedule. So be prepared if this is how things are going to be. The whip and chats will be a little bit later in the mornings. And it seems like the uploads have been slow. So it takes a while for the videos to upload. Yeah. So if you've seen some, they seem to be later than usual. That's the reason. Hopefully we can do our kit up tonight within an hour, because my grandsons will be next door at my son's at 6 o'clock. So yeah, they hit the doorway and it's like, turn on the electronics. They like to get everything fired up and whatnot. And then my son, he makes some dinner. Yep, and then they play games together or whatever. I don't know really what they do, but they love my son to play games with them. Challenges and whatever. And then yeah, they enjoy that. And then I think tomorrow night, or tonight, I mean, actually, if I remember right, my son said it's when they're going to have my grandson's little birthday party. So I might have to go over for that. So I think he's having a special dinner and some cake. I think they're having cake. I don't know if they're having cake or cupcakes or whatever. Whatever he decided he wanted. I remember when one of my, well, the twins, they were not big cake eaters. So one year for their birthday, they said, "Can we have donuts?" I said, "Okay, it's your birthday, whatever you want." And so instead of cake, we had donuts. All different kinds of donuts. Well, their favorites at the time. And then some other donuts. And yeah, that's what they wanted. So, which was nice, less fuss. Just grab what kind of donut you want. I think at the time they liked maple bars and, you know, I can't remember. That's been too many years ago. I just remember that, the donuts. And people that were over goes, we're not having cake? Nope. They want donuts this year. Oh. I think they had donuts for a few years. So today, my goal is to be a diamond painting fanatic, because I want to finish this square. And then we have our live. So I have 2 calendars, or no, No, that's Sunday. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have our live for the Kid Up. And then I might, as soon as I finish this square, then I'm going to change over to Ormond, start my weekend early, hopefully, so I can get Ormond done this weekend. And because this is going to be a busy few days for me. So why is it busy? I think I told you, but I'll tell you again in case you forgot. So yeah, tomorrow late morning I'm gonna go out. Yep, I'm gonna get the mowing all done, which is gonna take me a while because I have on the other side of the driveway to do. And then the grass. I don't think I have to do the other side though. I did that last time. I don't think it needs it again. And yeah, so I got to get that done. And then Sunday morning is our live, and I got to get the calendars done. And I need to get my household chores all done. And then Monday, I go in. I have to be there by 2:30 to get my colonoscopy done. So they're going to be knocking me out for that. And if you've ever had a colonoscopy, you know all the fun leading up to it. And my last meal will be Saturday. So all I can have is like a liquid diet from Sunday morning until my colonoscopy's done. Not gonna like that. I like to eat. So, and then Sunday and Monday I can have coffee. I just can't have my creamer. So, since I can't have creamer, I'm gonna put sugar in my coffee. And then nothing to eat or drink, or nothing to drink, nothing after 12 o'clock, 2 hours before I go in. That's the only thing I hate about having these in the afternoon. It's better to have them in the morning, because then you don't have to starve as long. Because you're sleeping and you're not thinking about food. And you know how it is when you can't have something, you crave it. So, anyway, I have that done, then come home, and then Tuesday morning, I leave for the coast. Now, my son said 10 o'clock. Now, whether it's going to be 10 o'clock or not, I have no idea. So I need to get hold of him and just tell him on Tuesday to give me about an hour's notice before they're ready to go. And I don't know yet if my 2 granddaughters are going. That's still up in the air. Or if it's just going to be him and me. So, then, yeah, so I want to have all my chores done. Because when we get back on Thursday, that's payday, so as soon as I drop him off at his house, then I'll get my running around done, get bills paid, then I can finally come home. So yeah, next week is going to be busy, busy, busy. So I'm not taking Nicky with me to the beach, so I'm going to take that canvas that I got in a product review that is the all crystal one. Yeah, I'll work on that a little bit. Because my son stays up late and gets up late, so I'll have some time to diamond paint waiting for him to get up. I'm hoping that we can be on the road no later than 11 on Thursday. Hopefully there's not too much traffic and we can zip on home. So did anybody buy any of the restocks from Diamond Art Club? You know, there's 2 in there. They're in my cart. But I just haven't pressed the buy button yet. Yeah, I'm it's like, I've got so many that I want to do, and I got to get some done before I buy more. I wish I had more willpower. Actually, I think I've had pretty good willpower not buying. The premium canvases anyway. I'm having such a fun time buying these from Hobby Lobby that are more affordable. But I do like the premiums too. Yep. But I'm just thinking about it. I'm letting it just kind of sit there for a little bit. It's like, I know if I pull the trigger that there's going to be something I want Saturday. They're going to come out with the ones I want, and then I've already spent my allowance. Because I only allow myself so much fun money. It's not a big budget, so oh my goodness. And I do not see a windfall coming in my direction anytime soon. I don't think anybody's going to be leaving me any money or... And they say to win the lottery, you got to play. I was watching V's Whip and Chat, and I had to chuckle because she said she was watching my Whip and Chat, and Ellie started barking, and her dog's ears perked up and wanted to go run outside and see what was going on. That reminds me of Ellie and Negan. If Ellie hears Negan barking, oh my gosh, her ears perk up and she runs to the door. She's got to know what's going on out there. She is a big nosy Rosie. She knows every car. She's got different barks for different things. And boy, if there is something new, yeah, she has a ferocious bark. She's letting them know she's on patrol. She's the Paw Patrol. Alright, did I get all the T's? Probably not. You're probably screaming at me. Oh, there's one, there's one. Well, oh, there's our music. Hey, Ellie. That was long, wasn't it? All right, let's get to our emails here. Let me scoot over. Turn out the light. All righty. Let's see what we got today, shall we? I'm going to have some coffee. Alrighty. Becky H. Oh, okay. This is just a readable. Kid Up Glow in the Dark. Hi, Granny. I will just watch the Kidding Up live, probably on replay, as I won't be able to join in as tomorrow is too early for me to kid up. I just have too much that I want to finish in April, though I would like to challenge fellow villagers to bling up their kits if they have spare ABs or fairy dust drills. I know I will be adding at least a couple of enhancements, especially purples, 208, and blues, 995, and probably a few more in the pink, red, orange family. I will probably kid up late next week. Have fun next week on the beach. Your DP sister, Becky. That's a good idea. Bling it up. All right. All right. This is from Iona. There's no picture, Iona, although, let me just read this one real quick. Yeah, okay. She says, I just thought I wasn't going to do any more diamond painting, but my husband saw one and he got it for me. He said it was one of our other cats, Sherby. It is called Black Cat by Diamond Dots. It is a partial and has 11 colors, 4,389 drills. I forgot to take a before picture, but I will try to remember one on completion. We have a little over a month before we need to move. This will go more quickly as it is round drills and my first with round drills. We'll keep you posted as to things happening. Now Wyoming is also in the mix. Love y'all, Iona. Wow. So he's got a couple of job opportunities, it sounds like. Okay. Boy, these don't have any pictures attached. It's just going to be readables today. That glowing in the dark. Hi, Granny. Hope all is well with you and Ellie. Please add me to the list for the glow in the dark Hobby Lobby kit. Finally found one in my area. Many blessings. Yay! Woohoo! Okay, let me get my notebook out. Let me turn on the light for a minute so I can see what I'm doing. All right. You are number 20. Wow, the list just keeps growing every day. Okay, I got you added. Oh my gosh, add. Are the rest of these? Oh, I guess that's it. That's all we have for today. Alrighty. All right. Let's go over to... Are you kidding me? Is that right? Why is traffic slowing down out there? Come on. Okay, finally. Alrighty. Margie's already responded to and the winner of the poll is, she says, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. See you all there. Okay, up first here. Whoops, come on, computer. There we go. Okay, this is going to be on our Whip and Gab. Jewels. I thought it was odd that Home Depot has diamond paintings. However, they do sell framed artwork. I really wanted to start my partridge in a pear tree canvas, but glow is first. LOL. Oh my gosh, Joel, you make me laugh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that bird one I nicknamed Partridge in a Pear Tree. So when we do that, I'll be singing, and a partridge in a pear tree. Oh my goodness. All right, Margie says, great chat. A live while at the beach would be awesome. Just curious. How many did we have for March's Chuck-along? I can't remember. Well, let's check it out. What did I do with that? We had 26. Well, actually, we had 25 because one person got whited out. So, yeah, 25. 2, 5. And so far, already, can you believe this? 22 for the September one. Will we break our record? Okay, I'm going to keep going here. Denise Hudson, that would be great if you could do a live looking at the ocean. Yeah, I figured that you have a lot to cover for your trip to the beach. Nice gab session. Actually, it's only I would say from Lincoln City to Newport is only 20 miles, but it's jam-packed full of stuff. So, yeah. There's going to be lots to look at that, some of you, have never seen. And you get to see a little bit of our Oregon coast. This weekend, actually, I read they are going to be putting out those floating glass balls. And they hide them in the rocks or in the water. And they kind of, and the tide comes in and gets them. And then they float out and, go down. And they're not going to find all of them in one day. But yeah, people are going to be flooding over there this weekend for that tomorrow. So I'm glad we're not going tomorrow. Because believe me, when they have activities going on over there and you have these little towns that you blink and you miss them. I mean, the roads are jam-packed. Yeah, it is awful. Let's see, January. Hi, my granny doodle bugaboo. Just wanted you to know that I was sorry for not participating in your live on Tuesday. I was actually listening while still working, so I could not join in the chat. I will go back to watch for everything I might have missed next week, so I don't have granny withdrawals with you while you are away, LOL. I already kitted out my glow in the dark, so I am ready to go. Hugs, my friend. Oh, I'll still be around. I will be doing videos from the beach. I'm really anxious for everybody to see a little bit of Oregon. I love our coastal towns because they're not like, it's not like Florida, the East Coast or California coast and, all that. Yeah, ours are very special. Oh my goodness. All right, Terry G. Hi, Granny. I have a follow-up dental appointment in 1 month to check on my healing progress. Next step for this implant is in 6 to 7 months to see my regular dentist to complete the process, which is what I've been told is something like a crown cap process. Ooh, keep us in the loop. Oh, I don't know about those implants. Oh my gosh. The thing that, because I watch stuff, on, they have, those commercial things. And oh my God, it's like they screw this thing down into your gums and, oh my gosh. Ugh. I'm not much for that kind of stuff. Kathy G, a live from the beach would be fantastic. Yeah, I'm taking everything with me. We will see. I'm not promising because, yeah, that means I've got to set this stuff up and remember, how do I do this from home? Because David has everything set up for me already. So we will see. We will see. Now, I won't be able to do it from just my phone because I have no clue, and don't even attempt to tell me. But yeah, it'll have to be from our deck. I can sit out there for a little bit and do a live. I'm hoping rain is coming in, so we'll see what the coast has to offer. But I do know on our deck, they've got I think a little table out there, with some chairs. So I'll try to I don't know about, they may not have plugins out there. So yeah. I don't know how this is going to work. But if I don't do a live, at least I will do a recording. Just because I just don't know. Yeah, I just don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know how. I'm not that talented. So we will see. We will see. And I don't know if I really want to practice from my phone. So, but you will see the ocean. I promise you that. And then Kathy said, Jennifer, I did the bird from Hobby Lobby. Did not run out. If you do, I will be happy to send you my leftovers. Oh, how about that? And then Jen said, thanks. I'm on the bottom row now, so I'm hoping I have enough. Only 2 colors I'm very low on. Ooh, look at there. I love this community. Yeah, keep us posted, Jen. All right, Jess Diamond Paints. Answering the question about my spinning tower. I use multiple trays for one color so as not to overfill them. More extras end up in a baggie. Now, I'm going to stop right there for a minute because all right, I can venture on. It doesn't matter. I just need to check something. All right. Roll 'em. Okay, we're ready to do a refresh. January. All right, this is on the poll. January says, okay, let's just be honest here, shall we, villagers? If my granny doodle bugaboo does a live, how much kidding up will actually be done? Therefore, my vote is to do a kid up video, then do a live to chat all about it. Sorry, January, but you were outvoted. Okay. Next up is going to be a gap session on the FG Normal product review. Scrapping Sylvia. She says, hi, the pin set is cool. Love the roses. Yeah, those roses, beautiful. Gorgeous. Denise Hudson said, that is truly a great PR package. Love the pin set. The roses came out really nice, and the yarn holder is great as well. Thanks for the video. That was such a fun product review. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I so enjoyed that one. That's been the funnest one I've done. Jewel said, I love the pin and everything. Diamonds and Things. Lois, love that knitting bag. My daughter knits a lot. Great products. Yeah, I love that bag. That'll be great when I'm doing my dishcloths. Anita, I don't think I've heard from you in a while. How you doing, girl? Love the roses and the pin and the yarn. I always use the finger grip. Yeah, I'm going to start using those too. That's a great idea. Pam's DP Crafty Corner. The butterfly just pops out. The blue plastic tray can then be removed and turned over if you want the other side instead, or you can leave it out. The plastic is rigid below it. I have several of these, and for small projects, I just kit up in those, and it is a time saver for sure. That came out really cute. Now, wait a second. I've got that right here. What are you saying? This blue thing pops out? Are you saying this pops out? Okay, wait a second. Inquiring minds want to know. Let me get my dollar store readers on so I can see what I'm doing. This blue thing pops out? Oh my gosh, I think you're right. If I can get it out. How do I get it out? Oh, maybe I take out the butterfly. There we go. All right, there we go. Oh my gosh, look at that. It does. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's got ridges there too. Wow. And it's got ridges on the other side. Ridges on both sides. Well, that's interesting because the ridges here are all the same size. You turn it over and you got smaller ones right there. Do you see that? Wow. Okay. All right. I got to try this. So, you're so smart. All right, let me see here. Now, I'm going to put this butterfly back in. Does it fit in there? Yes. All right. Shake, 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 shake. Wow, look at that. That is a good tray. All right, now wait a second. I'm going to put some more in here. All right, so we need a lot of them. All right, now, can I hang on to that and shake it? Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake. Oh, I love that. Look at that. All right, so let's see. Take out the butterfly. Amazing. All right, so now I'm going to lay this down here. That's not working out so good for me. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble with... Whoops. Okay. These are sticking off. I'm not pouring it out too good. So I think I'm just going to pour them into my other tray. What am I doing wrong? Huh? Pam, what am I doing wrong? But look at here. Oh, I wonder if that's what you're supposed to do. Come on. I think that needs to be washed. I think that's the problem. It's a little bit on the sticky side. Yeah, it definitely needs, I think, a wash. I think that's the problem. Okay, now let me see. Yeah, this definitely needs to be washed. Come on. Oh my goodness gracious. They're sticking in there. All right, I'm going to turn you upside down. There we go. But it shakes so good. I love that. Because I always have a problem with shaking. Yeah, I'm going to wash that out because I am going to be using that with the this when I'm going to take it to the coast with me, and I'm going to use that one. Well, I'm glad you told me that. I'm going to try it on this side and see what happens. It's very interesting. Put my little butterfly back in. There we go. Well, thanks for sharing that. I wouldn't have thought to do that. Oops, I got to put my utensils back in here. Yeah, I like that I can take this with me. And it's got the stuff already in it. There we go. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. All right, so you get a thumbs up and a heart. All right, let's keep going. Kathy G. I need one of those yarn tote bags. I go to my Lady Stitches group on Tuesdays, and that would be perfect to take. I know. It is just so cute. Whoops. Okay. Let's see if we got any more dab in here. That is the end. Alrighty. So we have been on here for an hour. All right, so a little housekeeping. Let's see. I guess I should go in. I'm scooting around on my chair all over the place. Let's put in our schedule for the week, shall we? So we'll go to our posts and okay, so schedule for April 25th, 2025. All right, so Friday, April 25 is our live at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, and then I think that's it for today. Saturday, weekend retreat. This is my schedule. And it's going to be Ormond, the Pink Horse. Sunday, April 27th, live, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that is going to be our Nicky Boehme updates and monthly calendars. Do we have anything for Monday? Tuesday, don't forget to have it pictures emailed to me. And then Wednesday is going to be the have to have it Wednesday video, because I will be doing that. I will put a note here in capital letters, no live today. All right. And then anything else? Thursday, Friday. Okay, and then May 1. We start our glow in the dark weekend retreat. All right, so anything else? I think that's about it. Okay, no whip and chats on Wednesday and Thursday, April when is that? April 30th and May 1. However, there will be post videos to share. I am at the beach. All right, I think that's it. If there's anything else, you guys can let me know. All right, with that, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go diamond paint. So with that, count your blessings, be blessed, give blessings, have a blessed day, and I will jibber jabber with you all at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Salem, Oregon. And, oh, one other thing, don't forget, tomorrow, 7 o'clock p.m., forget that. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Salem, Oregon, is V's Live. So we all want to go to that. All right, with that, I will jibber jabber with you at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Salem, Oregon today.